Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Greg, how about this matchup we have here tonight? Two teams that really like to shoot the three.
It's going to be a shootout, Kevin. Something we see more and more of in today's NBA. I think whichever team makes more threes wins this one.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's Slim in at the point. Out to White. Back to Tatum. Lets the three fly. Gobert pulls it in. McDaniels passes to Slim. Back to McDaniels. Here's Slim. No good from outside. On offense, here are the Celtics. That's a two from Simons, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Those assist opportunities are going to be there for Tatum, mainly because the defense has to respect his scoring.
Outside for Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Slim. Lets it go from deep. Randall no good. Here's Tatum. Good.
Those improved handles of Tatum, that's a big part of his growth.
The Timberwolves have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Randall outside. From past the arc. They get it again. Out to Edwards. Goes back up. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one done.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Here's White. Good. And it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Some terrific new faces in the league, and as we have about a month left to play in this season, what better time than now to see who has stood out and shown they have the skill and talent to take home the Rookie of the Year award. Take a look at Slim. All season long, he has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Yeah, at this point, he has separated himself from the pack. I don't know what more he could have done this year. It's been one amazing performance after another.
Timberwolves trail by 7. You watch Jason Tatum, Richard. He looks comfortable in everything he does.
And even though it's a hard game, he just makes it look so easy. And I think being an NBA champion, that's giving him a little boost in confidence. And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting him with all of these misses.
Lock at 6. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And that wasn't a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one, and probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
Yes, that's definitely one that they want back, but you can't dwell on mistakes in the NBA. They need to forget about it, and it's on to the next one.
Kata's shot is off. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 5. And stolen by Tatum. To the middle. And slam dunk by Tatum.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He finished with 51 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. For a star like him, though, I'm sure it felt like just another day at the office. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Now, here's Tatum. 17 points for him last game against Memphis.
And how about the defensive impact he's had, racking up 3 blocks and making his presence felt.
Here's White, and White slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid 3.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for McDaniels. Now, here's DiVincenzo. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Pass to Hauser. Tatum deciding where to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Minnesota making a switch here. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Here's Slim. To come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
Outside Tatum. Left side Brown. Takes the 3. Tatum no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. Pass to Slim. Offline with his 3.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break the mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Brown with the bounce pass. Here's Shireman. No scoring in this one. And here's Tatum for 3. Tatum with another miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low. Reed with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will return. Making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Shannon's checked in, and it's Slim in for Mike Conley. Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Derek White. And it's Garza in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Boston 5. So it's the Celtics now, following the 3 by Minnesota. Here's White. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 5.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
DiVincenzo kicks to Randall. Pass to Slim. From deep. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Brown is checked in for Boston. Edwards has come in for Minnesota. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. 6 to shoot. Brown inside. Edwards there. And it goes down 2 points. Brown's got his first bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
And here's Brown following the 3 from Slim. Brown jams it in.
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Drops in the tray. Slim's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Now, Hauser. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Here's White. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Kevin, back to you.
A dangerous duo for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And so, the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Tatum, he's checked in for Derek White. Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here's Simons. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Tatum finds Simons. Baseline try, and he hits the jumper for 2. Simons has got his second basket of the night.
And good work from the mid-range. Simons doesn't need a lot of wiggle room to feel comfortable.
And he makes that one.
Oh, keep feeding him. This man's on fire.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown outside. Boucher passes to Hauser. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Off target from outside. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Pass to Hauser. Back to Simons. And here's Boucher. The shot is good off the backboard. Boucher's got 6.
And this is something Simons continues to work on. Love seeing him look to involve his teammates.
Slim uses the glass to finish the layup. Slim's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. On the wing, Brown. Outside, Simons. Driving in, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I love when Simons puts it on the deck. So crafty off the bounce.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's White in for Sam Hauser.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in. And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Simons, the 3, and there is White, and that's good on the assist by Simons. Simons has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timberwolves trail by 5. Slim passes to Reed. Out to Edwards. Pass to Slim. This one for 3. Edwards, no good. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And then Brown with the dunk.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Here is Slim. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Shot to stop the run. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. 18 points for Slim.
Wow, he has been unstoppable from outside in the second quarter. The threes are just flowing.
Here's Reed. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
I think for the Timberwolves, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part.
And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and
that's all for us. Now,
and we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. GA, you hear about 3-level scores. But is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep 2s as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
So on the floor for Minnesota, up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Slim is out there with Edwards, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it. When it
Broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Now here's Tatum, and here's Brown outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. McDaniels passes to Slim, and again Minnesota with the triple.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside White. Tatum against Randall. Tatum wide open. He fires one. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
And again, another basket good from Slim. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, Simon. Pass to Tatum. To the inside. Looking to end the run. Cada's shot is off.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Celtics trail by 7. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. It's been quite a game for Slim.
He'll just keep hurting them from the three-point land if they let him. Here's a chance for Coach to change that.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And White kicks to Tatum. Misses the 3.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Now, here's Simon. 6 points for him. Oh, Tatum in position. It's stolen by Randall. And here we go. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. It's deflected. It's stolen by White. It's stolen by Edwards. Minnesota again turning it over. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be.
Here's Cada. Scoreless thus far. Busted. No good that time either.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Here's Simon. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Pass to Slim. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 5 assists tonight.
They haven't looked the same on defense during this second half. Seems like they are relaxing and allowing them to get whatever shot they want.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in. Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. Here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. Second is Jason Tatum.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Yeah, the collection of post moves these big fellas have is unreal. I'd say some of them are the most unstoppable moves in the game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Tatum's range on display.
And in nailing the 3 there, he puts a lid on what's been a huge run by the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Slim passes to Randall. And he lays it straight in. Randall's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Here's Cada, still without a basket. The 3 from Tatum. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Randall. Here is Slim. And it's blocked. Hauser with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And give the defense credit, he was met at the rim.
McDaniels passes to Slim. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics trail by 11. Inside, here's Tatum. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 16 points for Jason Tatum.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. When he gets into a rhythm. Whew.
Oh, here's Edwards. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Out to White from the arc. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are players that get caught up in the lifestyle, and they choose that over the game. The money is a plus, yes, but I truly love the game because I love basketball, not for the things that come with it. Back to you, Kevin.
You'll love to hear it. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Now here's White. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. And finished off by Brown.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the ring.
Minnesota making some changes. Randall's checked in for Joe Ingles. Edwards comes in for Dillingham. And it's Slim in for Mike Conley. Right side, Simon. Hauser the pass to White. A kick out to Simon. Busted. No good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that goal streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Down on the block, it's Tatum with Cada. White is out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Hauser in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Tatum following the bucket by the Timberwolves.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Slim. The three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 18. Here's Simon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, gritty inside. Simon's amongst the big bodies.
Slim passes to DiVincenzo. Here's Slim. Hits the three-point bomb. Slim's got 37.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Pass to Cada. Back to Simons. The 3. Cans it from downtown.
And without hesitation there, Simons hungry to let that one fly.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Brown is checked in for Sam Hauser. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert comes in for Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Brown after the made shot from Slim. Out to White. Brown feeling it out a bit. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Now McDaniels. Misses the 3. Launches it. 3. Good.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Timberwolves leading by 13. Here's Gobert. Now McDaniels. From outside. And they get it back. Now Randall. Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
And getting aggressive and creative. Edwards finding ways to create space on the floor.
Outside, Simons.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
5 on the clock. Nice execution down low.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
White, short bucket is good.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Minnesota's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. First free throw is good.
Shooting for Minnesota, number 19. At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Slim. Celtics trail by 13. Close it down. What an assist!
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Minnesota shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. And taken away by Brown. And even 3-on-3 break. Tatum. Oh, good on the layup. Timberwolves leading by 11. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Good work there as it goes down.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct.
Oh,
yes! Oh, boy. Simons, that was nasty.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Minnesota.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
And all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Slim.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
It's Brown with the drive. And the layup is off. Great job in close.
Number 19, assisted by Julius Randle.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Now, let's go to our sideline reporter, Dominic Hamill.
30-plus points usually means you had a good night. Wins do, too. This is your job, MP, and it's hard work, but does it feel like hard work on nights like tonight?
It's like most jobs. The work itself, up and down. It's the people. If you're lucky, you make it somewhere you want to be instead of somewhere you have to. I'm lucky to have teammates and coaches who feel more like family than a co-worker. So even when the work is hard, I take a lot of pleasure.
Great. Thanks, MP.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Kevin, over to you.
Good stuff, Dominic. Thanks.
legs to finish the season strong. How difficult is that to do?
Yeah, I think this is where, BA, you need your leaders and those veterans to guide the young players along, to encourage them to eat right, to get their rest, to take care of themselves mentally as well as physically.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. Now here's Randall. Beyond the arc. Slim misses. Van Vliet up top.
How about this, guys? Only the 5th undrafted player in NBA history to be named an All-Star. What you love is Fred Van Vliet every year has improved. He's fearless. He's tough. There's nothing not to like.
Both free throws, good from Van Vliet. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
Thompson against McDaniels. Smith outside. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And Edwards slams it in.
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Pass to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Slim. Fires the three. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Van Vliet. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Thompson in the post. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Slim, pass to Randall. Here's Slim. Three-pointer, no good.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
A nice shot by Smith.
And there's the length of Smith at work. Playing big on the interior.
Here's Slim. Had a career game his last time out. Bucket after bucket. Lets the three fly. Nails it from three. Slim's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Durant. Fires the three. And no good. Minnesota has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. McDaniels, that's good.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Van Vliet finds Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Count that bucket.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Now Durant. McDaniels covering. Releases from 15. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
That mid-range J right in his wheelhouse. Nicely done.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, BA, most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet from downtown. It's not going to go for him. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Here's Randall. Another one falls for Minnesota.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Edwards against Van Vliet. And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Slim. 4-3. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards has got his 3rd assist of the night.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. And it's Ingles in for Edwards. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. Okogie's checked in for Durant. And Holiday subbed in for Van Vliet. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a 3-point play. Clark is checked in for Miller. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Shepard's checked in.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Reed passes to Slim. Back to Reed. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. To the left wing. Pass to Ingles. And here's Clark. Clock at 4. And it's all from 3-point range.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Down low. Here's Reed. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Capella.
Yeah, that's the motor of Naz Reid. Really impressive drawing the contact.
Something everybody likes about Naz Reid is his energy. It's infectious.
This is why the fans love him. And what I admire most about Naz, yes, he's been effective off the bench. He's been able to fit into any lineup. Every year the coaching staff comes in and says, I'm not sure where he fits. And Naz finds a way to carve out a role. Big jelly in the house.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Slim, pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Slim. From deep. Finney-Smith pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The jump hook. And there's Capella. That one's good. On the assist from Holiday.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
Pass to Ingles. To the right side. Slim. Pass to Ingles. Here's Slim. He's covered by Holiday. Here's Slim. 3-pointer off the mark. The Rockets have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Holiday looking for an opening. And it's Capella with the jam.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Checked in for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for Holiday. Here's Slim. No good on the quick 3. Rockets trail by 3. So on the floor for Houston. Amen Thompson out there with Josh Okogie. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Durant in at the 3. That one's good for 2. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, people forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by. EA?
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here's Reed. 9 points in his last outing. Randall outside. Pass to Slim. Let's go with a three. They get it back. Out to DiVincenzo. Takes a three. The shot, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. And that's 2 fouls for him so far, but I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
And Minnesota making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Şengün in the post, defended by Gobert. And Şengün gets it to go. Şengün's got 14 points.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
To the left side wing. Reed for three. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to Durant. Back to Thompson. And here's Şengün, defended by Gobert. From 9 feet out, that one a little long. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Reed for 3, sinks the tray. Reed's got 13 points in this quarter.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Thompson passes to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Now here's Randall. Pass to Edwards. The three is up. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of three. This defense looks rattled.
Rockets trail by 7. Şengün, the screen. Thompson goes in, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Rudy Gobert picks one up, and you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Trey.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Well, when we talk about what it takes to win a championship, star power is often the first thing mentioned, boys.
Well, B.A., we know that talent is what wins basketball games at any level. There's no question. You need one star, and more often than that, at least another. But really, overall roster construction is critical.
Pass to Şengün. Şengün, a screen on McDaniels. The 3, Durant. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. Edwards, the pass to Slim. The 3 ball. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Durant. Durant taking it in close.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Minnesota leading by. By 7. Here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Without a doubt, Ant-Man is one of the most entertaining players in the league, Doris.
You cannot take your eyes off Anthony Edwards when he's playing in a basketball game. The skill set is electric. But beyond that, he's got a 1,000-watt smile, and he understands this is an entertainment medium.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Back to Van Vliet for 3. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Now, Fred Van Vliet has become a true impact player. This guy remarkably consistent from deep.
Reed passes to Slim. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Slim's got 25 points in the game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Van Vliet against Edwards. On the wing, Durant. 43 points last game out. Shot clock at 5. Over McDaniels. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Back to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Slim. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Puts up a 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possession. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
They've been shot out of the gym. Even when they do extend their defense, it doesn't matter. I don't know what.
All right, fellas, turning our attention now to the guys on the shelf.
The Cavaliers aren't at their best right now. Being without Darius Garland is a big disadvantage, no question.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Here's Randall. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's Slim in at the 1. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Celtics put on a show. He finished with 47 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc. As usual, he was just sensational in that game. No one could stop him, and he knew it. Guys?
Great report there, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
The Timberwolves lead by 10. Slim, pass to Randall. Here's Slim, guarded by Van Vliet. Here's Slim. Off target from three-point range. And for the Rockets, they're shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Edwards against Van Vliet. Back to Smith. Thompson fires from way outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Edwards, a pass to Slim. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 6 assists here tonight.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The 3, Durant. Anthony Edwards with a rebound.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
It's hauled in by Houston. Thompson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Smith finds Van Vliet. Now here's Thompson. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
And we sort of expect this from Şengün. He's proven to be a reliable scorer.
Here's Slim. Give him 31 now. Pass to Randall. Here's Slim. And he hits the jump shot. Slim's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight. And with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Outside Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Slim. 33 points for him. Fires from deep. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Durant against Randall. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Kevin Durant is used to absorbing contact on the way up, and when he's this deep, it really puts the defense in a bind.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
The Timberwolves lead by 9. It's Edwards on the wing. Shot is up. Slim misses. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Slim, pass to McDaniels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Şengün. Rockets trail by 7. Up top, Smith. Pass to Van Vliet. On the wing, Durant. Fires the 3. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Slim with a bucket.
They've had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Van Vliet outside. Smith outside. Durant with it. Randall's in his pocket. The open shot by Van Vliet. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Van Vliet's got 9 points.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
Slim with a bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now. His teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
And Minnesota with some changes. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in for McDaniels. And then for Houston, Finney Smith checked in for Smith, and Okogie is subbed in for Van Vliet. Here's Okogie. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back to Durant. Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Şengün. It's rebounded by Minnesota. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Slim. And Finney Smith over to help. Slim, pass to Edwards. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Pelicans. No movement for them. Maintaining their top 10 spot.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they're sitting tight in the number 3 spot, one of the league's elite teams, with every right to be confident no matter who they face.
Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And a change for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Slim, pass to Reed. Here's Slim, defended by Thompson. And the layup is good off the glass. Ingles got his first points of the night.
I'll tell you, you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you guys.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Slim. And yes, another basket.
And now he is tied for the second most 40-point games in an NBA season. What an incredible year.
Boy, he's brought it every night, and nobody seems to have the answer for him.
Yeah, 52 times he's hit that scoring mark, tying Wilt Chamberlain's 1963 season. Just saying that out loud, I still don't believe it.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Edwards for 3. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got 7 rebounds in the game. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nice shot by Okogie.
Oh, money from the corner. The more of those shots Okogie hits, the more time he's going to spend on the floor.
Pass to Ingles. Here's Slim. The 3. Capella with a rebound.
Boy, felt like he let that possession get personal, trying to answer back with a 3 of his own there.
That free throw no good. Both teams making some changes here. And Chris Finch has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Here's Okogie. Outside Durant to take the lead. That shot off. So the Houston 5 right now. We've got Alperen Şengün. Shepard is out there with Josh Okogie. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4-man spot. Jacks up a 3. Slim misses. Now here's Durant. Pass to Okogie. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And the Rockets making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Here's Shepard from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Thompson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And Şengün gets it to go.
And that's where Şengün does the majority of his scoring. I mean, he's a problem down low.
Knocks it loose. Edwards, the pass to Slim. Back to Edwards. Over to the wing. Here's Slim. Launches it. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in. Feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Pass to Durant. Back to Thompson. Outside, Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries it down low. Finney-Smith's got 9 points here in the second half.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Pass to Thompson. Randall against Şengün. And here's Durant to take the lead. Fires in the triple.
You put a difficult first half behind you, and you get busy in the second half. You love that mental toughness.
Now here's Edwards. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it.
You just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for DiVincenzo. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Smith, he's checked in for Shepard. Slim. Thompson with the block. Durant for 3. The offensive rebound.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Finney-Smith.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Edwards for 3. Smith with the rebound.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
On the wing, Durant. McDaniels covering. Puts one up from 19. Oh, no good.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Can't hit it. Houston in the lead. Here's Thompson. And he drives in. That one's in there.
That first step is so dangerous with Ahmed. I mean, he was just gone.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And for Minnesota, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. Yes, sir! It's good!
Hey, clashes with the larger defender and makes maybe the biggest shot of the game.
Well, he knows how much was riding on that possession. You get the sense he relishes the chance.
Now Thompson. Oh, no good on the layup.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
He gets it to go.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
And VanVleet has got the ball here for the Rockets. And stolen by Edwards. Here's the break. Oh, he jammed it.
Well, that's the defensive impact of Anthony Edwards, making the steal and setting up easy offense.
The Rockets trail. A minute 20 left in the fourth. Şengün, a screen on Edwards. Smith. Ahmed Thompson. Oh, missed on the train. Here's Randall, and it's stolen by Van Vliet. Thompson left side. Outside Durant. From downtown. Thompson. And he grabs the board and finishes it off.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Randall outside. Gobert against Şengün. Now Gobert. Edwards with it. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Randall. Takes a three. Yes, sir, with the three.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Van Vliet, cleared away by Edwards. And they committed an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And an intentional foul right there. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of two is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called. Houston. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul. You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he's unable to get the second one. Now Van Vliet from deep three-point land. And so it's Minnesota with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And now let's catch up with Dominic Hamill.
Great win for you guys tonight, MP. And you broke the half-century mark. Does scoring 50 feel different than scoring 30 to 40?
$50 feels 2/3 better than 30 and a quarter better than 40.
Did that in your head, fast.
Maybe I'm a mathematician. You should know I'm not just a pretty face, Dominic Hamill. I got brains too.
Over to you, BA.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.